What if the very fruits you eat on a daily basis, fruits you've always thought are beneficial for digestion, heart health, or even anti-aging, were subtly weakening your legs, causing you to lose your balance, and causing damage to your knees? It's not a hypothesis. This is precisely what millions of senior citizens worldwide are experiencing. The worst aspect is that they are unaware that it is taking place. Greetings from Leg Tips. 60 Plus is your go-to resource for health advice supported by evidence, designed with people over 60 in mind. I'm going to reveal a fact in today's video that can make you reconsider your entire conception of healthy eating, since things change quickly after a while. The flow of blood slows down. Your body's ability to absorb essential vitamins and minerals that sustain muscle endurance and leg strength declines. From your hips and knees to your feet, silent inflammation increases everywhere, and just a few poor dietary decisions can have serious repercussions. Legs that are weak, loss of muscle, unbalanced, even the incapacity to walk continuously for longer than 5 minutes. The National Institute on Aging reports that more than 38% of seniors over 65 have significant leg weakness, which doubles their risk of falling, breaks, and the loss of one's physical autonomy. This is what most surprised me. Eating the incorrect fruits is the cause of many of such situations. Fruits that are now hiding in your refrigerator but appear to be perfectly healthy. I don't say anything to frighten you. I am telling you this so that you are prepared to act. Because the news is excellent. You can definitely restore leg circulation, avoid leg cramps, and even feel your legs regain their strength from 20 years ago if you know how to cut out the proper 3 fruits and replace them with more intelligent, scientifically supported options. In addition, you will learn about 3 potent fruits that help reactivate your leg muscles, increase blood flow, improve mobility, and support joint health naturally. Today we will go over the exact 3 fruits you should avoid if you want to protect your mobility, build leg strength, and stay active every single day, just like the daily habits we encourage here on Leg Tips 60 Plus. This isn't just another fad for dieting. Based on clinical data, this nutrition plan is intended to help you feel more secure in your body, move more powerfully, and live a smarter life every day, even after treading. Tell me where you're watching from if you're prepared to take that step. If this message resonates with you already, please write the number 1 in the comments section below. Remember to subscribe, because in our upcoming video, we'll walk you through creating a comprehensive leg health diet plan that includes all the foods, vitamins, and minerals you need to effectively rebuild your muscles. Let's get started. One bite at a time, these 3 fruits may be subtly weakening your legs, despite their seemingly innocuous appearance. Fruit to stay away from. First place. You may be eating a particular fruit nearly every morning. You think it helps with digestion, abundant in potassium, simple to consume, and practical. Indeed, we were all taught that. However, the situation is significantly different for those over 60. I am referring to bananas that are overripe, specifically. Let me paint a clear image for you. Bananas that are overripe and have brown spots on their peels. The texture is mushy and soft. Additionally, they have a higher glycemic index than white bread and an almost syrupy sweetness. This indicates that they result in a sharp rise in blood sugar levels within 20 minutes of eating, particularly risky for elderly people whose insulin reaction is sluggish. When blood sugar levels rapidly increase, to lower it, the body releases insulin. But in senior citizens, that process is frequently slow, causing a cascade of inflammation, as scientists refer to it. The outcome? Swollen joints, knee pain, lost equilibrium. Additionally, there is a faster breakdown of lower body muscle, which is referred to as muscle loss. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. Your potassium to magnesium ratio is also upset by overripe bananas, particularly when consumed empty-handed or in combination with low-protein foods. One of the main unidentified causes of leg cramps at night is this electrolyte imbalance, calves twitching. Week after week, there's that slight but increasing sensation of weakness in the legs. After eating one banana, you might not realize it. However, over time, is your leg strength being quietly depleted by the impact? Breakfast by breakfast. This is the frightening part. Eating overripe bananas might create symptoms that are nearly identical to those of aging normally. Because bananas are still on every list of healthy foods, you are unaware of what is weakening you. However, no one informs you that your body no longer uses potassium and sugar, as it once did after the age of 60. According to a University of California study, people over 65 who ate overripe bananas every day had a 2.4-fold increased risk of leg cramps at night. By late afternoon, energy collapses were often reported, both indicators of a compromised insulin response and impaired circulation in the legs. Why, therefore, are bananas still listed in papers about the top 10 foods for energy? Because the majority of that advice fails to differentiate between different audiences. It is intended for young readers, athletes, and those who exercise a lot don't. For a person in their 70s, getting better after a fall, using a cane to walk, and finding it difficult to move from the living room to the yard alone, especially for senior citizens. Those who already have weak legs, limited capacity for walking. Alternatively, overripe bananas are no longer a safe option due to decreased sensation in the soles of their feet. Your joints are not nourished by them. Muscle is not rebuilt by them. Additionally, they disrupt your blood sugar balance, which is something you just no longer have the time or margin to accomplish incorrectly. Right now, if you've ever considered it. Because bananas are heavy in potassium, I need them to prevent cramps. You're not incorrect. However, potassium must come from sources that have more consistent absorption. And without the spike in blood sugar that comes with steaming sweet potatoes, leafy greens, or avocados. For just 7 days, try cutting out overripe bananas from your breakfast. Put eggs in their position, and avocado half. Or Greek yogurt in its most basic form. Your body will, particularly your legs, provide you with a clearer response than any laboratory test could. Number 2, fruit to avoid. There is a fruit that is commended in every health magazine, regarded as an anti-aging superfood by medical professionals. Millions of pounds of grapes are consumed annually by senior Americans. Red grapes in particular. However, relatively few people are aware of this. That sweet, juicy, innocent-looking fruit has unwittingly turned into one of the secret causes of the monthly leg weakness experienced by thousands of seniors. Fructose and free glucose are abundant in red grapes, with a glycemic index that varies based on maturity from 59 to 66. For grown-ups in their younger years, that isn't very important, but particularly for elders, individuals who have early indicators of vascular deterioration or impaired insulin sensitivity may have trouble digesting. Too much free sugar causes widespread inflammation too soon, especially in the small blood vessels and joints. And when leg circulation begins to decline, they are the precise regions that are most at risk. A crucial aspect that most people overlook is also present. Resveratrol, red grape's antioxidant compound, only exhibits a notable advantage at high, concentrated amounts as found in supplements or wines that have undergone special fermentation. 20 grapes do not provide 20 milligrams of resveratrol. It does provide you with about 20 grams of sugar that is quickly absorbed. This within 30 minutes causes blood glucose disruption, and when there is a sharp rise in blood sugar. In response, the body releases cytokines that cause inflammation, resulting in tight joints, legs that are exhausted, and a diminished ability to control motions of the lower body. Based on research that was written up in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine, people over 65 who frequently suffer blood sugar fluctuations over the day lose muscle mass 27% more quickly than usual, and frequently feel leg trembling or instability after eating a lot of sugary food. Grapes, regretfully, have developed into a kind but quiet participant in that same routine. However, it doesn't end there. Most Americans find that when red grapes are kept in the refrigerator, their skins start to mildly oxidize and produce minor levels of aldehydes. These substances don't become harmful right away. But in those who are older than 60, with digestive systems that are more sensitive, they may cause mild irritation of the microvessels and intestinal walls. This could result in bloating, persistent pain in the knees, or possibly malabsorption of nutrients. You may be wondering, but how are grapes naturally occurring? Are they any worse than refined sugar, perhaps? The fact is, within the soft fruit category, grapes are among the fruits that react to blood sugar the quickest, especially since they include almost little fiber or fat to decrease absorption. And if you have leg strength issues or feel unsteady when standing, it becomes especially dangerous. The body of an elderly person prefers stability over abrupt changes. It requires steady circulation rather than abrupt spikes and crashes. A chilly bunch of red grapes eaten around 9 o'clock is one of the best ways to upset that stability. Following a carbohydrate meal. If you're experiencing leg cramps at night, heavy legs, after spending too much time sitting, or your calves feeling numb, try cutting out red grapes for just 10 days first thing in the morning. Pay close attention. Make notes. You might be surprised by the outcome. For some people, grapes aren't the villain. However, if you're very combative, attempting to regain your muscle mass, get better at walking, and re-establish normal circulation in the legs, in that case, red grapes are unquestionably a fruit worth reconsidering. Really. Number 3. Fruit to avoid. On a hot summer day, can you recall the sensation of biting into a cool piece of watermelon? Nice, juicy, revitalizing. Watermelon is one of the healthiest fruits available because of this. However, the majority of persons over 60 are unaware of this. Every day, that seemingly innocuous fruit can be subtly weakening your legs. Mr. Raymond and I met, a man from Arizona, age 69, during a standard physical examination. His nutrition appeared to be almost perfect. No refined sugar, no fried food, not a soda. But every morning when he woke up, he had a peculiar problem that he couldn't explain. His legs might shiver a little. When he got out of bed, his knees felt unsteady, and despite taking magnesium tablets on a regular basis, he experienced recurrent leg cramps at night. His diet journal was examined by us. There it was, an apparently harmless habit. He always cleansed his palate with a couple slices of chilled watermelon after a light dinner. He has been doing this for 4 years. He was unaware, however, that watermelon is one of the soft fruit varieties that spikes glucose the fastest, with a glycemic index of about 72. This indicates that blood sugar increases quickly within 30 minutes of eating. What about senior citizens? Just like in their 30s or 40s, the insulin response isn't adaptable enough to handle such spikes. The outcome is a dangerous low-grade inflammatory surgicillant that targets the knees, ankles, and calves, areas where deteriorating cartilage and tiny blood vessels are already at risk. The water content of watermelon is another element that many senior citizens ignore. Watermelon's over 90% water content may seem healthful, but for elderly people with electrolyte imbalances or those on diuretics, it can actually lower potassium and magnesium levels, which over time increases the risk of muscle loss and limb paralysis. Even if you consume enough water throughout the day, cramping and muscle pains at night are nearly a given if you consume a lot of watermelon without balancing it with enough protein and electrolytes. According to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults, particularly those with diminished mobility or balance problems after age 65, who ate 2 cups of watermelon every day for 10 days in a row, had a slight decrease in leg vascular elasticity and a higher risk of an abnormal glucose response. The scary part comes next. People perceive watermelon as a harmless dessert because of its refreshing, feel-good qualities. They are unaware that they are consuming a sugar rush devoid of fiber, protein, and healthy fats. It affects your insulin system quickly. Leg strength does not just disappear in the absence of a buffer. Like a piece of watermelon at night, it slowly and discreetly erodes through little habits. If you're an elderly person experiencing leg weakness, lightheadedness after sitting, or cramping in the middle of the night, let us know. Try avoiding watermelon for 7 days. Only 7 days. Use fruits that are higher in healthful fats, lower in glycemic index, or high in anti-inflammatory components in its place. You will receive a very clear message from your body. It feels lighter to stand. Legs feel more stable. The cramps cause deeper sleep. They begin to fade. While watermelon isn't a bad fruit, it's not the best choice for people over 60 who are trying to regain their balance, develop muscle, or restore leg circulation. Particularly not for people who are choosing between using a cane or walking with confidence. Now is the time to reconsider whether you're still eating overripe bananas, munching on red grapes at night, or assuming a few slices of watermelon won't hurt. Because your body is already telling you if your legs feel weaker, you're having trouble getting out of bed, or you wake up in the middle of the night with cramps. If you've been following the 3 fruits to avoid, you're already on the correct track. However, avoidance is insufficient on its own. You should swap them out for nutritious fruits that will assist rebuild leg muscles, improve circulation in the lower body, and naturally promote collagen creation and long-term leg strength. If you find this video useful, please hit the subscribe button now. In the following portion, I'll show you 3 fruits that have been clinically demonstrated to promote joint function, muscle rehabilitation, and lower the risk of falls in older persons. We offer what has been proved to work, especially for elders like you, rather than trends. And to get our 7-day program to regaining leg strength without medicine, put the number 1 in the comments section if you're prepared to start today. Let's get started with the first fruit, a low-key superfood that keeps you strong every day by nourishing muscle tissue and repairing joints. Eat fruit. First place. The avocado is one fruit that should be a regular part of any person over 60's diet. Not because it's popular or associated with a clean eating movement, because there is scientific evidence supporting its benefits for lower body circulation, joint stability, and leg muscle rehabilitation. Monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, which are abundant in avocados, help lower chronic inflammation in key joints like the ankles, hips, and knees. Reducing systemic inflammation is essential for preventing muscle loss and enhancing balance in older adults, according to numerous studies. That's not all, though. Without causing the blood sugar rises seen with overripe bananas, avocados actually have a higher potassium content than bananas. Potassium aids in controlling the electrolyte balance in muscle cells, especially in the calves, where walking or getting out of a chair frequently causes leg cramps and decreased lifting strength. Even more convincing is a 2020 study that was published in the Journal of Nutrition and found that seniors who ate 1 avocado a day for 12 weeks had less knee pain and a substantial increase in leg strength during modest activity. They experienced less leg cramps at night, which are a common problem for elderly people with poor circulation in their lower limbs. Avocados also include vital nutrients including lutein micronutrients, vitamins K and E, which promote healthy connective tissue and enhance ligament flexibility and cartilage structure surrounding joints. In older adults, vitamin K, in particular, is essential for bone mineralization and helps lower the risk of fractures and arthritis brought on by low bone density. Avocados have a significant advantage over the majority of other fruits. They don't cause blood sugar spikes or abrupt insulin reactions because of their incredibly low glycemic index of about 10. This is particularly crucial if you want to increase leg circulation and sustain consistent energy levels. Here are several reasons why seniors should eat avocados. They have a delicate texture, are easy to digest, and are kind to the digestive tract. You can integrate them into a salad, eat them straight, spread them on whole grain toast, or combine them with unsweetened almond milk to make a nutritious, creamy drink. They go well with joint support programs, muscle recovery diets, and vascular health-focused anti-aging nutrition techniques. Bottom line, after 60, 1 avocado a day is equivalent to 1 stronger step. In a single natural diet, it promotes joint healing, lowers blood sugar, prevents cramping, and increases leg strength. Don't ignore the avocado if you've been looking for a genuinely healthful food that aids with leg restoration. Avocado is a common rehabilitation menu item for bone and muscle support in senior physical therapy programs across the United States, and with good reason. The second fruit to eat. One of the best daily options for anyone over 60 is the blueberry assa, a small fruit with potent anti-inflammatory qualities, support for muscle restoration, and the ability to protect blood vessels. For elderly people who have diminished walking abilities, weak legs, or poor balance, this tiny berry can have a significant impact. Polyphenols, particularly anthocyanin-potent antioxidants, which are abundant in blueberries, lessen oxidative stress in cartilage and muscle tissue. This helps improve circulation to the lower limbs, which are particularly susceptible to deterioration beyond age 60, reduce joint inflammation, and increase vascular flexibility. A 2021 study from the University of North Carolina found that adults aged 60 to 75 who ate half to 1 cup of blueberries every day for 6 weeks saw a 17% improvement in their balance and considerable increases in their ability to walk continuously. This advantage results from anthocyanin in support of the peripheral nerve system, which enables the brain to communicate with leg muscles more quickly and consistently. By affecting satellite cells, blueberries also aid in slowing the loss of muscle, the specific cells in charge of maintaining and mending muscle fibers. Anthocyanins may increase mitochondrial activity in skeletal muscle cells, assisting seniors in maintaining their strength as they age. According to a 2020 study published in the journal Nutrients. Unlike red grapes, which can cause harmful insulin reactions and blood sugar spikes, blueberries have a very low glycemic index of about 53. In actuality, they support energy stability over extended periods of time, which is critical for sustaining wholesome everyday routines, like modest leg strengthening activities or morning walks. Important minerals included in blueberries include manganesiol, vitamins B6, C, and K, which promote collagen formation and joint healing during exercise. Seniors who have sustained joint injuries or are recovering from a fall should pay particular attention to this. Here's how a senior can make the most of blueberries. Consume roughly half a cup every morning, served with simple Greek yogurt or whole oats. Berries that are frozen work well. However, to maintain their antioxidant capacity, use them within 3 weeks. Bottom line, inflammation is decreased by blueberries. Fight against oxidative damage, boost your equilibrium, and aid in the healing of circulation in the lower body and muscles. They are an excellent option for anyone trying to strengthen their legs and avoid cramps or unexpected lack of mobility when moving around in daily life. Dessert isn't the only use for blueberries. They are the cornerstone of any astute post-60 recovery strategy. Fruit to consume 3. One of the most bioactive fruits for adults over 60 is the pomegranate, which is particularly useful for strengthening leg muscles, lowering joint inflammation, and reviving circulation. Pomegranates provide a complex blend of nutrients that assist seniors enhance leg circulation and prevent muscle loss in a sustainable way, in contrast to sweet but nutritionally shallow fruits. Pomegranates are a great source of polyphenols, punic halogens, and ellagic acid, which are potent antioxidants that have been demonstrated to be 2 to 3 times more potent than those in red wine or green tea. These substances improve flexibility and balance when moving by lowering inflammation in the muscles, cartilage, and capillaries. According to a 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, adults over 65 who took 500 milligrams of pomegranate extract daily for 8 weeks experienced improved microvascular blood pressure and a significant decrease in the CRP inflammation marker, particularly in the legs and feet, which are frequently the first areas to exhibit vascular aging symptoms. Natural nitrate components found in pomegranates also aid in increasing the body's synthesis of nitric oxide, or NO, which relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow to the lower limbs. Anyone who suffers from leg weakness, poor circulation, or frequent chilly feet should pay particular attention to this. Pomegranates are also a great source of vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and potassiumol, all of which are essential for collagen production, muscular tissue repair, maintaining bone density, and lowering the risk of leg cramps, which are common in persons over 60. One notable benefit: consuming half a fruit or 1/3 cup of 100% juice of pomegranates does not result in abrupt rises in blood sugar levels. They are an excellent option for elderly people with slow insulin response or metabolic issues because of their medium glycemic index of about 54 and strong anti-inflammatory properties. Here's how to make good use of them. After a major meal, have unsweetened juice or 1/2 a fresh pomegranate. To improve nutritional absorption, you can also combine it with chia seeds or blueberries in a smoothie. To put it briefly, pomegranates are a genuinely useful meal for your health. They are perfect for anyone who wants to regain their walking strength, leg power, and ability to live independently because they improve circulation, promote mobility, slow down muscle loss, and safeguard your vascular system. Pomegranates are one of the few fruits that are advised for consumption after the age of 60 because they have a potent anti-inflammatory effect and directly promote musculoskeletal function. We frequently believe that aging is a result of time. However, the reality is, small, repeated decisions that many seniors made that they were unaware were hurting them are causing them to age more quickly. An overripe banana that is squishy, one bunch of red grapes, after dinner, some watermelon slices. These seemingly harmless behaviors are subtly reducing leg strength, interfering with circulation in the lower body, and hastening the loss of muscle that you could have avoided years ago. Your body doesn't require any more 8 after the age of 60. Requires the appropriate items. No more sweets, more nutrition, no more work. Just the proper amount of work, every day at dawn. Elderly people don't have to give up their mobility. They are not dependent on caregivers or walkers. They only require one thing: the guts to make that change and a clear awareness of what needs to be stopped. You now know which 3 fruits to stay away from and which 3 to consume to strengthen your legs, improve your balance, lessen cramps, walk farther, stand higher, and live a more independent life as you deserve. If this video was helpful to you after the age of 60, please share it with a friend, a loved one, or someone who is silently dealing with failing legs. Remember to subscribe to Leg Tips 60 Plus as well, for we are not merely here to offer counsel. We are here to support you as you gradually regain your physical strength. Last but not least, if you're prepared to put your knowledge into practice, write in your comment, "I choose stronger every day," and "Sa," since it's never too late to walk with confidence and to live with the strength you still possess.